and that resting prior to the becoming, where resting is nothing and the being and the not being are simultaneous. And if you're not attached to what's been created and you surrender identity back into nothing, what's been created disappears. And then in the reappearance, you create something different. And so in the meeting of the sense of rejection, the sense of the experience, the feeling of rejection is a creation. There's an energetic substance to it. There's a story to it. It weaves in the fabric of these ideas of stories and time and previous experience and feared future experience, right? It's all this play. It's a mirage of play that's fully lived and experienced. And so in the clarity, right? The clarity that's present in that the feelings you're having is you're clear on the feelings that you're having. Clarity is there. Mm-hmm. And so you can rest in the clarity however it's appearing. So the clarity is, yeah, this doesn't feel good. The clarity is, this doesn't feel like alignment. But that's clarity. And so resting in that clarity can then support the process of returning to nothing, surrendering in through the center, the centerless center. And consciousness, the whole game starts to reorganize itself. Because that's how we're made. Like the whole thing is made with this positive slant, right? This positive slant isn't the right word. This is positivity, that the unfolding is this, so far in my experience, always unfolding into a deeper perfection that ultimately feels better, because that's part of the biofeedback loop of the universe. So I'd love to actually hear, before we end, to hear Amy's, where you're at with everything I just shared, how that kind of lands with you in relation to the self-judgment that came up, either just on your own or in reflection to something that was actually being reflected by the teacher. Mm-hmm. So Amy, was there anything else that you were wanting? Oh, I just didn't know if you if you need to be quiet for a moment before speaking, that's totally
No, that's fine. I wasn't sure if you meant like at the end of the, the session.
No, I meant now. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that all makes sense. I think it's I think it was part of a bigger thing of me sort of taking back my authority in different ways from the teaching, and I think this was a point of compassion. I think, as you said, like there was kind of an emphasis put on getting on the right alignment, and that game of kind of staying in right alignment, and almost like a feeling of like you didn't have to be out of alignment. Like a feeling like if you played the game right, or you were ready for it, or you were willing for it, then you could stay in alignment. There was just a little flavor of that, so as I said, it was just bringing up these feelings of old feelings of not getting it right, or being wrong in some way. So I think it's deeper than that there is this feeling of the compassion, and then the refinement of the the frequencies, as you said, you know, that has always been there before this teaching. That was there, you know, the kind of what the surrendering into whatever was present, and yeah, so it's another piece of bringing that back into alignment, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I didn't touch on the piece about the I forget the language you used, but where authority resides, right, in you, right, in terms of this being with a teacher and right. I was also seeing that part, and I'm just glad you named it, you articulated it, because it's quite a powerful thing, you know, when you know, one studies with a teacher who's offered such beauty and such learning and growth has occurred, and then part of their blindness in the midst of gorgeousness, right, comes through, and then there's a deeper realization on a student's part of like, oh, wait a minute, that's not true. That's not truth, right? And then truth lands in that place of authority in each individual where that's where the truth is. Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful. Thank you.
I think that's what it was, because there was so much beauty in teachings and so much change. So it's been a bit mind bending, yeah, to come to that place and that. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, thank you.